In spring, we saw awesome blossoms in Sapporo for the first tour. In summer, we had fun in the sun at Yokosuka for the second tour. In October, we saw Pikmin lanterns and lots of planters in Mino City. And finally, with beautiful autumn leaves on the trees, we were off to Kyoto for the officially third, but technically fourth, and final Pikmin Bloom Tour of the year. As always, I could hardly contain my excitement. It felt like we had just gotten off the plane from Mino City, only to turn around and get right back on it for our next adventure. As usual, tickets to the event were free but had to be previously won in a random drawing between October 4th and 8th, with winners being announced on the 9th. If you're wondering how that works, check out our Sapporo tour video around the 8-minute and 30-second mark, where I go in more depth about how to enter the drawing. After securing our invites, it was full steam ahead for Kyoto. Well, technically Osaka, and then Nara Deer Park, and then finally Kyoto. By the way, there's a Super Mario wall display in Kyoto's Shijo-dori underground walkway near exit 10 and 11, where you can find some hidden Pikmin. The structure of the tour remained the same as Yokosuka, with 12 special spots to visit, each one giving 40 nectars and a golden seedling relating to the spot. There was also a Kyoto Tour t-shirt that became available for purchase for 24 hours starting at exactly midnight on the day of the tour. Like Yokosuka's Sky Blue Tour t-shirt, this light purple Kyoto variant was sold for 1,000 yen in the shop. But instead of being bundled with the t-shirt, the 3 Pikmin visors were sold separately for 480 yen. Unfortunately, neither could be purchased with in-game coins. We decided to start from the east and make our way counterclockwise through all the special spots. After taking a very crowded bus, Johnny and Janny are now ready and live outside the first 2 spots. Let's see what they have to say. Over to you, Johnny. Johnny, we're live now.
Hey, are we live?
Yes, go!
Oh, we are? Go ahead, start.
Oh, okay. Hello, today is Sunday, November 12th, and we are not live whatsoever from Kyoto, Okazaki area for the 3rd ever Pikmin Bloom Tour.
Wow, the 3rd tour. I can't even believe how fast time's gone. Now, if you remember, on the last tour in Yokosuka, the major problem was it was super hot. You can tell by our attire today that the opposite's true. It's actually a little chilly today, which is a shame because we're both rocking an amazing Pikmin shirt. Due to the pandemic, Japan has had its borders closed for a long time now. Only recently in spring did they open that back up, and now that it's the beautiful fall foliage, everyone who's wanted to visit Kyoto is now rushing in, and there's actually an over-tourism problem, which the Pikmin Bloom team has done a couple things to mitigate. The first, as Janny mentioned, we are in the Okazaki area. It's kind of far to the east in Kyoto. It's not as super touristy as some of the central locations. And second, the tour time range has been extended. Normally it starts at 10 a.m., but today it started at 9 a.m. Well, actually it started a little earlier, right?
Yeah, around 8:42 a.m.
Yeah, so the tours always start a little ahead of the scheduled time, but the scheduled time started at 9 a.m. and it goes until 8 p.m., whereas usually it ends at 6 p.m. As usual, we've unlocked 3 special missions for today's tour, which are
Visit 7 special spots, which will give us a Pikmin Bloom Tour Kyoto badge. Next, walk 7,000 steps, which will give us the red-colored gold present sticker Pikmin. Next, plant 3,000 dianthesis, which will give us the yellow-colored gold present sticker Pikmin.
Yeah, so it seems like exactly the same tasks as the previous 2 tours, just changing up the flowers every time. So first it was the cherry blossoms in Sapporo, and next it was sunflowers in Yokosuka, and finally now we have red dianthesis. So swiping each special spot will give us 40 red dianthus nectars, as well as a gold seedling depending on the location. And like other tours, there are 12 total locations, and we only need to visit 7 to get the badge. Of course, you know by now, we're gonna hit them all, and with the extended time, that shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. In fact, this may be the 3rd Pikmin Bloom Tour, but this is the first time in recorded history where it has been possible to collect 2 special spots with a single swipe. So actually, we're here now. You can see behind me, we have this black building that has a bunch of like scaffolding on it. That's actually the museum, which seems to be getting some renovations done right now. It's the Lake Biwa Canal Museum. Swiping the special spot there will give us the Art Gallery Pikmin, which we've already completed our sets, but I mean, come on, they're so cute. They're so cute. I love getting the art gallery. They're a little rare too, like kind of hard to find. And of course, if you see over here, we have this fountain, which is fountaining. It's fountaining. And this is the Nanzenji Boat Reservoir, which will give us waterside Pikmin. So we've also completed our set, but look at that little fishing lure. They're so cute. We love collecting them, whether we've had them or not.
Yeah, every Pikmin Bloom Tour we keep all the Pikmin we get.
Yeah, now we have 10 more special spots to go, so let's get a move on.
All right.
Nice, let's go. I'm so excited. We have made it to special spot I, Kyoto City Zoo, and we actually opted to enter the zoo, which of course we had to pay to get in, but all special spots are accessible even if you don't pay. We just thought it'd be cool to come inside. It turns out they had a kind of quiz game going on. We had to visit 3 animal exhibits and answer a question at each one. Some of them were pretty tricky. As you can see behind me, we've got some giraffes hanging out. Of course, swiping the special spot here will give us a golden seedling for Zoo Pikmin, quite a rare one. I have finished my set, but Gianni has not. Only 1 to go for her, so let's see if she got lucky and actually managed to complete her set. I actually don't know yet. She hasn't hatched it, so maybe she did, maybe she didn't. We're making our way slowly to the main area where we're gonna get our visors and our wristband and all that good stuff, so let's get going. We have just now arrived at special spot H, the Kyoto City Kyocera Museum of Art. And I know right now that the camera is not doing this place justice whatsoever. It is massive. In fact, I want you to switch to the widescreen. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Look how huge this place is. It's like one of the castles or a temple. It's just gigantic. Swiping the special spot here will give us 2 art gallery golden ceilings. So here's mine. Doesn't even matter if I finish the set because no matter what art gallery Pikmin it is, they are adorable. And here comes Gianni's, making another fantastic addition to our collection. Yeah, so we're almost finally to the main hub of the event. Let's get going.
It wouldn't truly be a Pikmin Bloom Tour without running into old friends while making some new ones too. With hundreds of people gathered together at the event center, it was very easy to meet up with everyone. Of course, it's impossible to go home empty-handed from a Pikmin Bloom Tour, and we still hadn't even stopped by the official booths yet.
A big thank you to everyone who passed out such amazing handmade gifts. We're always blown away by how creative the Pikmin Bloom community is. Now then, let's go inside and see what new charms this tour has to offer.
We've finally arrived at special spot G, Miyako Messe. It is the main hub of the event. As you can see, it is indoors for the first time ever. And we think we discovered the reason for that. We'll show you in a bit. So just like Sapporo, although this is not an amusement park, we will get an amusement park seedling. Theme park's really rare, and we're gonna get a nice name, Miyako Messe, on the ticket. It's a really cool souvenir. So not only is this a special spot, G, but it's also the present distribution location. So we're gonna go down the line here. We're gonna show them that we are indeed participating in the event by showing them our app. And then we're gonna get the headband, our wristband, and maybe meet some Niantic staff. Get some goodies, let's go. Each of us has always gotten yellow or blue for both the tours. So let's go and try to get some red sun visors. Konnichiwa. Arigatou gozaimashita.
Johnny mentioned earlier how he thought there was a special reason the venue was indoors this time around. First, it makes everything easier overall without weather being able to interfere with handing out paper products like the visors. But also, it was probably to protect these incredible murals of the Pikmin Bloom loading screens we've seen over the years. We got to meet Mogura-kun, aka Mr. Mo, who is Japan's top Pikmin Bloom content creator. If you can understand Japanese, you should definitely check out his channel. So we've just checked in from the gift distribution area, and as you can see, we both have the red sun visor. For the first time ever, they let us choose the colors, and as we've mentioned, we already have the blue and yellow from the past 2 tours, so we've both decided to just get red so we can have 2 of each.
Yeah, now we have the full set times 2.
Yes.
Now, aside from getting the sun visors, as usual, we got a Pikmin Bloom wristband, which this time I'm not going to wear mine. I'm going to keep this in pristine condition. They also gave us, this is like a Nintendo Switch, like Pikmin 4 kind of free pamphlet. You can actually find these at a lot of shopping malls. It's just promoting the game. And also there's a small card that we also saw at Mino City. It's also just a little promotion for Pikmin 4, if you can see here. A little Ochi on the back, little QR code to scan there. It's pretty cute. And of course, who could have guessed, we got a copy of the map. Yes, the beautiful fall foliage Kyoto Tour 2023. So here's the front side, and as usual, here's the back. So it has the map. Of course, it's all in Japanese, but I've translated it into English for your convenience. It took a really long time. Not only do we get all this nice stuff, but they even gave us a little baggie to keep it all in. That's lovely.
I like it.
But sadly, we did not get the Pikmin bookmarks this time. I was looking forward to building our collection over time, going to more tours. Well, it's just about lunchtime now, and it's starting to rain, so I think we're gonna grab something to eat and then keep on keeping on, because we're only one special spot away from unlocking the badge.
That's true.
All right, let's get out of here.
Let's go.
Let's go. Forgot to mention before, but just like Yokosuka, we're getting a crazy flower planting glitch. So right now I'm almost at 50,000 flowers planted. Definitely have not actually planted that amount, but I think there's something, because this is also in the gift distribution location where the most people are. And I think that this glitch only happens in that area, because in Yokosuka it happened at Burnelis Park. All of a sudden we checked our phones, it's like 15,000 flowers planted. There's no way. I'm gonna see what happens, but I'm not gonna stop it today. I'm gonna wait until midnight, so I'll at least get the 60 coins for planting all these flowers. So we'll have to wait and see, will I get the memory fragments or not? Either way, it's kind of a cool glitch. You don't have to change it, Niantic. You don't have to change it. For the second time today, we found the miraculous 2 special spots side by side, so we walked across the street and we are now here at Rome Theater Kyoto. I hope I'm saying that right. So here, swiping the special spot will of course give us a movie theater Pikmin. Now if you remember from last tour, Gianni needed just 1 movie theater Pikmin left to complete her collection. And she actually got it like a few weeks later. So her set's complete, mine's complete, but come on, those guys, they're so cute. They're precious. And speaking of walking, we have officially reached the 7,000 step mark, which has earned us the gold present sticker decor, red guy. All right, I'm getting so hungry, so off to some lunch.
So we have just arrived at our 7th special spot. You know what that means? We finally earned our Pikmin Bloom Kyoto Tour badge. Also, right now we're in front of Kyoto Handicraft Center, which will give us a sushi Pikmin. Why? We don't know, so let's check it out. Alright, coming in here didn't really answer our question, why sushi Pikmin? But then again, we saw a lot of traditional Japanese stuff, and I guess sushi is traditional Japanese food, so let's get going. We have just arrived at our 8th special spot, the Ibuggawa power plant. Swiping this spot will give us the waterside Pikmin. It's actually our second one of the day, but they're still very cute. We're not allowed to go in, but we can still enjoy the view. Let's get going.
We have made it to the 9th special spot of the day. This is Kaabbata Park. Now, swiping the special spot here will give us a park Pikmin. I'll be getting a 4-leaf clover today. Now, the park itself, if you notice in its name, Kaabbata, Kawa means river. And this park stretches all along a river, so it's kind of a narrow one. Anyway, we gotta get going to the next special spot. Sun setting.
We have just arrived under Oike Bridge, which of course will give us bridge decor Pikmin. Although I've completed my set, but it's always nice to get a new bridge decor Pikmin since it has the name of the bridge on it. Let's take a look at the sights before we head on to the next special spot.
So if you recall, at the beginning I said we will be going to all 12 special spots. But what if I told you that was a complete and utter lie? There's actually a secret 13th special spot on today's tour, and we happen to be there now. If you take a look, here it is. We are at the brand new Nintendo Kyoto store that has just opened like a week and a half ago. And swiping the special spot here will give us a red, blue, or yellow gold present sticker decor. I'm hoping for a blue one because that's the rarest one right now except for white. So happy to have stopped by. Let's go.
Just like Yokosuka, there were people handing out stickers to promote the game, but this time around, they had another surprise for us.
It's hard to see right now because of all the lights, but it's actually getting kind of late and the tour is coming to an end. This is actually our second to last special spot A. We're at Furu shopping street. And here you can get a roadside decor by swiping the special spot, and it's guaranteed to be coin. So just like Yokosuka, we're guaranteed to get coin Pikmin. Well, besides this shopping street, which by now most of the shops are closed here, but there's actually a stand where we could take pictures, a giant bulborb, and some small wooden Pikmin, like a poster. So I'm actually very happy that we came here basically last because there was essentially no one here and we got some private photo ops. So I hate to say it, but let's go to the last special spot on today's tour. It's been a long but fun day. Those were my parting words during the 2023 Sapporo tour, the first ever Pikmin Bloom tour. And I think the same can be said for today. We saw so many amazing places today, met so many new friends, and even got to see Akira Koyama-san again, Lara again, so many fantastic individuals. But sadly, all good things must come to an end. We are here now at special spot L, Higashiyama Station, exit 2. And this, just like the Yokosuka tour, this train station is guaranteed to have the ticket decor, so we'll have the name engraved forever on our Pikmin's ticket. Probably won't be any tours during the winter unless we're going to Okinawa or something. So I guess see you in spring. I'm so excited.